Hi everyone, it's Elion at Project Money TV. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe out there. So last week I posted a video of where is my $1,200 stimulus check, and I went over some of the things you could do to help your chances of getting your stimulus check sooner rather than later. If you haven't gotten your stimulus check and are curious as to why, click the link in the description to that video. As that's going to give you a little bit more information as to maybe what's going on, and also some tips on how to go about getting your stimulus check sooner rather than later. So today I'm going to discuss some of the best ways to spend that $1,200 stimulus payment, discussing some different scenarios that may relate to you. But before I get started, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow my channel and every little boost helps. So thank you ahead of time and please subscribe. Okay, so what are some of the best ways to use that $1,200? The answer to that is going to really depend a lot on your specific situation. First off, if you're going through a financial rough patch, either because you lost your job, your hours got cut, or your income got cut, that sucks, and you're not alone. So by all means, take the $1,200, use it to pay your rent, buy groceries, whatever necessities you need to get by. I mean, there's no shame in that. Now, if your income is relatively secure for the foreseeable future and you have debt, this may be the best time to pay it off. If you're carrying high interest debt like a credit card with 15, 20+% interest rates, or an expensive student loan, then paying some of that off with the $1,200 makes a lot of sense. Additionally, if you have an auto loan, which tends to be lower in interest, this is still a good use of funds as the car is depreciating in value while you're currently paying interest on it. Also, it's important to note, lending standards and access to credit is getting tougher, and it's going to continue to get tougher as we go deeper into this crisis. Keeping your debt under control or eliminating debt if possible is going to help you out as times get tougher. Home loans, auto loans, business loans are getting to be much more difficult to obtain, and if you foresee yourself needing a loan in the future, improving your credit and lowering your debt today is going to help a lot. Another use of the $1,200 would be to pay any taxes owed. If you're self-employed, received a bonus last year, had multiple jobs, or had investment gains, it's possible you could have a tax bill due. Using the $1,200 to settle a tax bill will help you from having to borrow money to cover any tax payments and then having to pay interest on that borrowed money. Another great way to use the $1,200 would be to build up or start your savings account for emergencies. If your income is relatively secure and you haven't had an emergency, count yourself lucky. Putting $1,200 in a savings account to cover future emergencies is a great use of funds. Just to give you an idea, a few weeks ago, the radiator in my car had to be replaced along with a few other maintenance issues. The total bill came out to about $1,400. If you can't cover that kind of normal emergency and you have little to no debt, emergency savings is probably the way to go. Now, what if you're in a relatively good spot in life? Your income is secure, you have little to no debt, you even have an emergency cushion built in that you can fall back on. One option is to fund your retirement savings. If you're an older person or worried about retirement, this could be a good option for you. If you're younger or you have more aspirational goals, $1,200 could be a good investment to make in yourself. $1,200 could fund a certification you might need to progress your career. It could fund a class that could help you expand your knowledge base and increase your value to your employer. If you wanted to start a business or you have a business right now, $1,200 could help you invest in marketing yourself and your services. Perhaps you need website, logos, design work, or a business or financial coach. $1,200 can be a solid windfall to help you invest in your greatest asset, that being yourself. Now, I also want to bring up a quote-unquote investment that is rarely talked about, but I think is highly relevant in today's world, and that's investing in your mental health. There's no denying that the current events we find ourselves in today have affected all of us in some way, shape, or form. Some of us may be dealing with depression as we find ourselves quarantined for several weeks. Some of us may be feeling anxiety or stress with regards to our job security. It's different for everyone, but working with someone to help you through this, whether it be emotionally, mentally, spiritually, whatever it is that you need help with, I personally think that's a worthwhile use of $1,200. So I hope this gave you a few different ideas of how you could put $1,200 to use. I know everyone is in a different financial situation, and $1,200 means something different to each of us. But hey, honestly, who can't use an extra $1,200? If you liked the video or found it informative, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Also, please follow me on Instagram and stay up to date with what I'm doing and what I'm posting. Just search the handle @elion.mendoza. And thanks for listening.